Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, back with some more RimWorld. I swear to God we're going into space today. I swear we're going. It's going to happen. Dr. Avalanche, Bresme, Steven, welcome, welcome, welcome. Crimson, Buzzkill, Rob, oh, my vents guy here. My vent guy's here. Thank goodness. We got a lot of vent-related issues today, Rob. Les, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's address vents, shall we? Because my vent guy's here. So we tried to go to space. I swear to God we tried to go to space. And we didn't go to space because the game said you probably shouldn't go to space because it's too cold and you don't have any oxygen. So we've been hastily constructing oxygen and heat things all over the place. The problem with that is before I knew I had to do that, I deconstructed all my power. Michelle, welcome, welcome, welcome. So our batteries are very quickly draining. Because I've only got the two chem fuel generators up here to keep things going, I might actually have to temporarily put back up all of my power. Catonius, Rob, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to have to put back up my power just so I can get these things constructed. I know this makes no sense, but you're kind of used to that because nothing I do makes any sense. I just sort of do things and hope for the best. And we're all going to learn to cope with that information, right? Right, good. So I'm going to hastily put up all of my power again, and then start from scratch with the whole going into space thing. In the good news, Penge, welcome, welcome, welcome. A most unspectacular superhero. No, Rob's my vent guy. If you have vent questions or vent-related issues, Penge, you're going to want to go to Rob for that. He's my vent guy. Advises me on all my vent-related needs. And I have many. Traditionally heat and oxygen related. Now, you will, of course, only have dealt with heat when you played RimWorld. Hang on, Penge. I've got to stop everything because the Manly Festival is on. The Manly Festival is here. Oh, we are absolutely having the Manly Festival. I think several of our people are into the religion of man-pork. Don't ask. It's a long, complicated story. But I think we're just going to go ahead and have the Manly Festival. My God, it's like Provincetown around here. So let me see. That's under ideology, ritual spot, boom. Okay. Everything is going to slam into a halt so we can have the Manly Festival here. Where does one begin the Manly Festival? That's the Faithful Fiesta. There's a party. Which one of you is the... There's a lot of festivals going on here. I have a lot of very different religions. There we go. The Manly Festival. It's going to be 29% quality, but we're doing it anyway. We're doing it anyway. Okay, hang on. Coffee needs to live inside my face. Paul is wicked into the Manly Festival. He is bouncing around. He's having a good old time being festival-like and manly-like. Oh, it's a good day for Paul. Paul's new, by the way. Many people will not be aware of Paul. Paul's new around here. Hang on, coffee. Paul's the one who started this religion nonsense. Because Paul came in, he's like, hey, we should all be like one religion. Oh, hang on, there's a dead yak. Okay. You know what, that's fine. We could eat that. It was an unforgettable Manly Festival. Again, it's like July in Provincetown. So that's done. Cool. This is excellent. You didn't get an invite to the Manly Festival. I couldn't taken by Big Tool. Pence, you're gonna want to workshop that one before you actually put that in print. So maybe just like, I don't know, walk that by Mrs. Penge or something and go, hi, here's the thing I'm thinking of writing down. Does this sound really weird? And she would say, why, yes. Yes, it does. It sounds really, really weird. You should not put that in print. How's my power situation going? Okay. I'm hastily constructing power so I can finish everything else so I can go into space. This is all fine. This is all fine. I know how ironic, Rob, my vent guy, is it that our mastodon Paul Stanley died right after Ace Frehley. Like, I couldn't write that kind of comedy. If you sat me down and said, map that out, I couldn't do that. But we are going to get into space. Now, while I've got a bunch of people here, I would like to address... Now, for years... hang on, there's a mad iguana. I'll be right with you. It's very important that I finish my thought, though. It's super important. There's a mad iguana. It's very mad about things. So we're going to go out through my newly constructed airlock here and gun it down. There we go. That's done. Thank you. So I'd like to, for years, I have been saying that the things I say are going to get me put on a watch list. Now, this is going to require visual aid. So I need us all to huddle up here. I need team. I need us all to huddle up here. Okay, you can't see me, but I assure you I'm making like a huddle up gesture with my arms. That is a fact. So I've been saying for years that the things that come out of my mouth while many times I've had to say that I have a dead, one-legged, 13-year-old drug addict in my freezer. And I said that numerous occasions. And I've said to you, this is going to get me put on a watch list. I would like us all to look at our monitors right now, look down below, and see next to welcome who my latest subscriber is. My latest subscriber, and that's what that is. The welcome is my most recent subscriber. I would like us all to look at our monitors and see who my most recent subscriber is, because I said I was going to get put on a watch list, and here we are. Okay, I figured out Pemmican. I'm very excited about this. I don't really know what to research anymore. I'm kind of running out of things here. Do the long-range mineral scanner. Maybe we'll get into some deep drilling at some point. So again, you're going to need to look at your monitor. This is a visual aid, but I've been saying for years that the number of times I have said I've got a dead one-legged 13-year-old drug addict in my freezer is going to get me put on a watch list. And who is my very latest subscriber? Oh yeah, now they're after me. Who did I annoy in Kentucky? Well, all of them, really, if we're honest about things. We've done the Manly Festival. We're very manly now. And the Abbot of Steel role is activated. I think, Paul, you're like wicked into this religion. Would you like to be... Oh, God, there's an infestation. Where? The whole map is an infestation. The whole map is full of bugs. Yeah, they're way down here, guys. I don't think we have to sweat this one. We're going to ignore this one. That's fine. That we're not even going to bother with that. That's cool. There's just more bugs than there were before. This entire map is bugs. This entire map is bugs. Rob, don't dismiss Operation Dave Watch. That has been going on for years. Okay, for years. Much like John Lennon, there's a very, very thick file on me somewhere. Operation Dave Watch is awesome because it's generally the only way I'm getting views. So, that's actually kind of working out for me. If there is a member of the Kentucky State Police who is dedicated, his only job is to sit there and watch my videos, that actually works in my favor. So we're not going to argue with the Kentucky State Police. We're going to say, you stay on Operation Dave Watch. Lord knows what I'll say next. You think keeping a dead one-legged 13-year-old drug addict in my freezer was bad? Oh no, I'll get much worse than that. I assure you. So we're going to make sure that Kentucky continues to watch me because it's actually really beneficial. Really beneficial. Some power is going back up. The batteries are still... They're like stabilizing, but they're not storing power. I think when Paul wakes up, I'll make him a priest of our weird manly religion that we've got going on here. This is up. That should help with the batteries. Yeah, the batteries are going to start ticking up. Okay, so what I need next, I might. Oh, I've only got 4 components. Dang. I need more than that. I keep building things and then tearing them apart. That's part of the issue here. Hang on, coffee in my face. There we go. Glenn, you might be right. It might be solely for my fried chicken recipe, which is not very good. It's not, actually. I'm okay at frying things, but I'm certainly not going to open a restaurant anytime soon. I do say they got rid of the other unnecessary doors that I didn't need. So now the only way in and out of the ship is through my airlock, which is good. And I think they've built all the things I told them to build. I just want to charge the batteries up at this point. Knife, you're working on a component. That's cool. Because I wicked need those, kid. Wicked need those. Paul, how do you feel about religion? I know how you feel. You're actually wicked into it. So why don't you be the Abbot of Steel? There you go. Abbot of Steel. It sounds really cool. It sounds like, wow, I'm the Abbot of Steel. It sounds like you're a Superman kind of thing. Hang on, I have to take my shirt off. Just my outer shirt, by the way. I'm not saying I'm sitting here with no shirt on, although you wouldn't know any better if I were or were not. But no, just my outer shirt. It's getting a little warm around here. So Paul's going to be our moral guide here, and by moral guide, he's just basically going to bully everyone into believing in his religion. There we go. That's been done. That's been done. We need meditation spots. We always need meditation spots. Here, have a bunch, all right? There's a bunch of meditation spots for you. And then the form of steel. Yeah, we're going to work on that. We're going to do some artsy stuff and work on a form of steel. Hopefully out of obsidian. That's similar to what KFC sell. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Oh, coffee is good. I love coffee. I really do love coffee. I'm not lying about that. What else could I be doing in the meantime? Because we're out of here very, very quickly. I'm just going to wait for the batteries to charge up. And then we are, as the kids say, out of here like last year. Out of here like last year. Now I really need... I got to get working on Space Church. I kind of can't put that off for very long. Do we have a baby mastodon? Thank God somebody's asking the important questions around here. Okay? We're this and that, but yes, I can just see now, as you said, that we indeed have a baby mastodon. I will now be opening the floor for naming the baby mastodon. We have mastodon calf number 1. So good, my war mastodons will be back on board soon, or back up to strength soon. We've made a small sculpture. Cool. Are we going to be working on the religious one? I think we're working on that right now. Yeah, form of steel. Okay, yeah, Stench is into that. I think if we can get into space, get my Vax stone, that's what I need to get more of the panels that I can build out the ship in, and then I can make more of a space church, really. Hair metal, is that just a comment, or are you suggesting that as a name for the mastodon? The floor is indeed now open for suggested mastodon names. We've had, let's say, who do we have right now? We have Flock of Seagulls, Bunny, Fish, and Mastodon Calf number 1. Again, unfortunately, we lost Paul Stanley. He was in here somewhere. We've eaten him at this point. We've definitely eaten him. He's in our stomachs and in our hearts, really, in our hearts and in our stomachs. Oh, that's an emu. Never mind. I thought that was a bug. No, we're fine. Everything is fine. Everyone just stop panicking. You guys are always panicking. Acorn. Okay. Okay, so we've got hair metal and acorn as 2 suggested names. None of them are immediately popping. I know when I look down at chat and I see the right name, it's going to go boom, and it's going to be in my head. It's part of being a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. In that I sort of look at things and then I'm a genius. It's really quite remarkable. It's somewhat painful. It's probably a tumor. I should really get that checked out. So we'll put that aside. We'll put that in abeyance, as they say, in abeyance. As the kids say these days, hashtag abeyance. All right, how are we at on power? About halfway charged. Cool. I reset, before I started recording, I reset all the freezers that aren't actually the freezer to just do room temperature. So they're not taxing the power system at all, and all the heaters should be set to room temperature as well. This is all going to be fine. How are things broadly looking? That's 72, 72, 71, 70. Yeah, I think we're pretty good on heat. Woolly Bully Ziggy. Catonius, I almost feel like Ziggy's too easy for me. It's just like, of course he's going to go with a Bowie reference. Of course he is. Oh, never mind. I got it. Thank you. Not Ziggy, Catonius, but you have inspired me. Thank you. The genius just happened. You missed it. The genius just popped. It was like, I don't know, it was like a blink, and you missed it. But there it is. No, I already know what this is. So you were in the ballpark with Ziggy. You were in the ballpark with Ziggy, but what it is the thin white Duke. No, not Duke. There we go. Yeah, you blinked and you missed it, Catonius. You said Ziggy, but it's the thin white Duke. You were on the right track. You were on the right track. Okay, so now we've got Flock of Seagulls, Bunny, Fish, and the thin white Duke. Everything is perfect now, and I'm a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. Everything is absolutely perfect. We're going to be here long enough, we might get some of that rice out of there. That would not be the worst thing in the world. I'd be okay with that. And then, oh, I really would like to see those batteries charged way, way, way the heck up. I almost want to start making some more chem fuel, but I think I determined last time that we have quite a lot of chem fuel. Are any trees I could grab real quick that aren't, bug infested? Because, boy, there's a lot of bugs around here. Like, grab, I don't know, some trees. Grab a quantity of trees, if we could. No, you're right, Catonius. But those who don't possess geniusosity. Well, let me backtrack there a little bit, if I could, Catonius. You do possess geniusosity, because like a modern Prometheus, I have gifted the world with geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. So as Prometheus gifted fire onto the world, I have gifted the world with geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. So you are in possession of geniusosity. You just have to utilize it. And perhaps buy a mug that says it on it. That part is optional. There's a distress signal coming. Hang on. Is that the anomaly one? Yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah, no. No, you can pound sand. You can just go right away there. We're not doing that. No, hey, we're not going anywhere near a flesh mass today. Thank you. Stench and Bertha, you guys can do that all you want, but I've neutered one of you. Sorry, you kept going at it like bunnies. And we've got Igor 3.0 anyway. Igor 3.0, your lifespan is not looking good. I'm going to tell you that, kid. What if I took some time to maybe just do some shelving? How about that? How about there's some slate shelves around here? It'll give them something to do while we're waiting to go into space. So how about a slate shelf lived like this and like that, and then flip it, and that, and then maybe there's another small one, slate in here. Oh, that's probably block things. Oh, Steven, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, you had mentioned you've been binge-watching Royalty all week. That's where you're going to get that dead one-legged 13-year-old drug addict. Yeah, that's right, Kentucky State Police. I said it again. Keep watching. Who knows what I'll say next? The Kentucky State Police. Really. I would love them to comment, like, we're on our way, or something. We have no jurisdiction in your state, because I don't live in Kentucky. There's a reason for that. It's full of people from Kentucky. So, sorry, I've just annoyed everyone in Kentucky, but they're probably not watching, so I'm sure it's fine. I will continue to say things like that, Kentucky State Police, and, in fact, I'm actively trying to find something worse to say that will still meet my guidelines of running a PG-13 channel. Buzzkill, you're not wrong. DD is the one true royal. We miss Dee Dee. We miss many things about that royalty run, but that was the one where RimWorld was actively trying to hurt me. Again, modern Prometheus. It chained me to the rock of that run. But no, we persevered, and we waited till Odyssey came out, and then we did this instead. We are almost at liftoff. The rice is coming in a little bit. That's pretty good. And they have virtually nothing else to do here, so it's coming in real fast. They've got nothing going on. Can't wait to find out if she get her legs back, or life for that matter. Steven, stay tuned. You stay tuned on that. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but you stay tuned on that. Okay? That's a fun story. That's a good one. That's one of my favorite runs, actually, even though it was insane. Even though it was RimWorld actively trying to hurt me. RimWorld went beyond culls, and it went into tactical nuclear detonations. It would just wipe out whole colonies. That colony, I rebuilt it, I think, 4 times before we got into Odyssey. And we were thinking about taking that colony into Odyssey, but we really just wanted a fresh start. I wanted to do the Odyssey scenario, so that really wasn't going to work out. But yeah, you stay tuned on that one, Steven. There's some drama coming there. Let me tell you, you get some drama on your way. There's no shortage of drama there. Is that my religious thing? No, that's the obsidian sculpture. That is my grand one. Wow, that is going to take a while. That is going to take a while. Okay, batteries are basically charged, so I think we are, again, out of here like last year. Okay, let's do this the smart way, because that's what I am. I'm a genius. If I launch now, and I go to space, okay, we're going to space, is the game going to tell me you don't have the stuff to go into space? This is really the key. And that rock better still be there, by the way. It is. Okay. So if I say this, are you going to be like, no, you don't have enough stuff? Okay, what now? All right. Colonists with vac suits. Got it. Check. Airtight walls and doors. Check. Okay, it's not saying I shouldn't do it. Last time when I did this, it said, don't do this. You don't have enough heat. You don't have enough oxygen. Yeah. So don't do that right now. Let's just hastily... maybe I should put up like one quick battery just for a little extra power. Do that. Put it in what will be the space church at some point. So do like a battery and a... What do you mean not enough steel? Oh my god, I don't have enough steel. You're not wrong. Okay. Wait, they're fleeing from what? Oh yeah, it's bugs. Why would you go to bugs? What was your thought process there? There's clearly bugs. Now you're dead. Whose fault is that? Mark, welcome, welcome, welcome. Whose fault is that? Could we go get some quick steel, please? I did not realize we were that low on steel. Bend the pins, trying to install it. Now I get to watch on Fire TV instead. I am sorry to hear that. That is unfortunate. So, yeah, we'll go get that steel. I didn't realize we were quite that low on steel. That is very, very, very little steel that we have there. But what have I got right now? Yeah, 14 steel. Dang. Okay, this is all fine. Everything that's happening is fine now. This is all very, very normal. Oh, hang on. Is that in their allowed area? I bet it isn't. That in the no-bug zone? Expand. Yeah, that's not quite in the no-bug zone, so you can go up into there. There you go. Okay, let me have some more coffee in my face here. And a big hello to the Kentucky State Police and any other state police organizations that may be watching, enjoying, and making notes on my comments. They will continue, and I will try to make them worse. Again, within the realms of what I consider to be a PG-13 channel. Okay. Boy, that steel's a bit of a bummer. I was hoping to just shoot right out of here. Well, it is what it is. I could deconstruct that, but that kind of kills my idea of having another battery. Although this one's charging up very, very nicely. Wait, fish has given birth. We have yet another mastodon. I'm back to more mastodons. I will reopen the floor for naming the yet another. Omka, welcome, welcome. I will reopen the floor for naming the new baby mastodon. Now I'm back up to 5. Now my war mastodons are really getting back up to snuff. Now we're putting together an army here. Because what have we learned? Army of war mastodons basically breaks RimWorld. RimWorld has no idea what to do if there's a stampede of mastodons coming at you. Is that supposed to be Quixote, Buzzkill? If so, you're spelling it somewhat incorrectly, but I get what you're trying to do there. Quixote, I kind of like that. There we go. Yeah, you know what? I'm sold. I'm sold. Quixote. I like that. Go tilt at someone else's windmill. Not my problem. Yeah, I can live with that one. No, I actually, I like Corleone. Corleone, just hold that one, and hold Lemmy. And hold Poppy. That's not bad either. Hold all of those for a future Mastodon. I like those. I'd rather I didn't forget about them. Oh, God, now I have to spell it myself, don't I? Quixote. There we go. All right, so we've got... Oh, Les, thank you so much. Towards the Kentucky State Police Annual Ball. It's less a ball, Les. It's more like a bunch of cops hanging out at Denny's. You may or may not have Denny's where you are, but we do. It's somewhat iconic in America, so it's not really a ball. I mean, maybe they play something on the jukebox or something, but it's more just a bunch of cops hanging out at Denny's is what it is. But I will forward that to them. The Kentucky State Police and any other, again, state police organizations who may happen to be watching. And I'm going to tell you guys in Kentucky, keep watching. I'm sure I'll say something even weirder. Long-range mineral scanners done. My God, we're going to get all the research at this point in time. And I get, why would I go to anything over here in terms of the spaceship stuff? I literally have my own spaceship. Maybe I'll do recon armor after this. I'll go for something big. Or I'll finally finish off flesh shaping. Because we've started it. We're learning it passively. They did take our Denny's away. You're right, hon. We went there many, many times. We loved our Denny's. And they made it go away. And they said, your Denny's is very far away now. Because it's not your Denny's anymore. So yeah, we don't have a Denny's anymore. The closest we have is an IHOP, and it's just not the same. It's not quite right. It's, oh, we're going to have more Mastodons. Okay, that's going to happen. That's definitely, okay, no worries. Oh, hang on, we made the beam repeater. Awesome. Where did we put it? Okay, it's probably over with the weapons, Dave. That's usually where you put those things. Hey, Paul, I was going to have you, have a laser. Because we've got lasers. So we're going to have a laser. You never said anything weird unless it's normal for someone to say your weird things. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Glenn, you're entirely correct. When I say I have a dead one-legged 13-year-old drug addict in my freezer, that's normal for you, and you should evaluate that. You should evaluate... Here's the thing, Glenn. Here's the thing. You and I are a world away. You're literally on the other side of the world from me. And here's what's going on. You have normalized that phrase. You have normalized that phrase. So, in normal common parlance, if you will, if I walked up to someone in the street and said, I have a dead one-legged 13-year-old drug addict in my freezer, they will immediately call the police. Yeah, immediately, without hesitation, and they will run, probably screaming. But you, that's normal. That's something that people say. I have normalized you to that. Okay? It's kind of like a Stockholm Syndrome kind of thing. This is normal to you. That somebody might arbitrarily say, I have a dead one-legged 13-year-old drug addict in my freezer. So, I think maybe over the rest of the weekend, Glenn, I don't actually know if it's still the weekend, because you're like, I don't know, a week ahead of us or something, or you're in space. I don't really know where New Zealand is. But in the upcoming days, I want you to just take some reflective moments, if you could, Glenn. Take some reflection. Just have a bit of a Glenn day, and think about where and what has happened to your life that's a normal phrase to you. That somebody says that, and you're like, yep, got a dead one-legged 13-year-old drug addict in your freezer. Okie dokie. Okay? Because for anyone else, that would be a police matter. But for you, it's entertainment. And I want you to just reflect, really. I'm not asking you to make any changes in either a positive or a negative sense. I'm just asking you to reflect on where your life is and how it got here, that this is normal to you. We have 886 steel right now. That is more than what I need. Perfect. Okay, hang on. No, don't deconstruct anything. Cancel all of that. We're not going to worry about that anymore. And let's... I'm going to put up one more battery, and then we're out. And boom, right there. Okay, so put up one more battery there, and then we're going to start deconstructing everything, and then we are way out of here. Buzzkill, I did fill out all the shag carpeting here, so we do at least have that working out for us. The central corridor of the ship is now Viridian green shag carpeting covered in mastodon poop. Quite a bit of it now, because I've got two more, and they're not like house trained at all. They're not house trained. Hang on, there's a fire. I've blown everything up. Wow. Thanks. I just got those batteries charged. Stench is on fire a little bit. Stench, could you not be on fire, please? Also, team, could we maybe put out literally all the fires, please? How about we put out all the fires? How about we did that? Thank you. I just got those batteries done. I just got the batteries done. And now I've got to charge them all up again. It's like RimWorld is trying to actively not have me go into space. Like I've done something wrong to it. I did. I beat Anomaly. That's what I did wrong. RimWorld hated that. Let's not bother sewing anything in here, kids. You know what? We'll get those berries, though. Those are right there, and they're tasty and berry-like. And we'll get that agave as well. We'll have that. Okay. Yes, we all do remember the Great Pantry Fire of 2021, so more food is better. Backup food would be even better than that, but here we are. Crimson, I'm going to space. It's happening today. I'm 30 minutes in and I'm not in space. I would be launching right now. We would be in space right now without that fire, because I just lost all of my power. None of my batteries are charged up. So we are going to space momentarily, okay, reasonably soon. I might have to think about shutting down some electronics while we're in space, because there's only so much I can produce with 2 chem fuel generators. I got the chem fuel, it's just they only produce 1,000 apiece. Thuli's got food poisoning, that's fine, he'll get over it. What electronically could I shut down? And why are you not connected? Did we maybe lose a power line in here or something? That doesn't seem right. Oh, we did kind of lose a power line. It's because you're connected to the wrong thing. Don't be connected to that. Be connected to something else. There you go. Now you're better. Okay. Back to work here. Back to work. Remarkably less messy. Well, I do keep... I'm trying. Rob, and you and I have both agreed, this Odyssey is all about space management. You know by now I'd have a giant base that would just take up the map and be really, really well organized and everything would be awesome. But this is about space management. Literally, there's only so big this ship can be. I can't put everything in it, and I have to be really conservative about how many colonists I would have. I would have double this in any other game. Double. And this is, I'm actually at a point where this is like, wow, this is too many colonists. I don't really know if I want this many colonists. Are we going to get the potatoes soon? 82% grown. I don't suppose there's anything local we should be murdering, is there? I mean, I can go up and get that guy's corpse, but we're not that into cannibalism. Gazelles are hanging out with the bugs. That is very frustrating of them, because I'd love to shoot them. I'd just love to murder a bunch of gazelles. There you go, Kentucky State Police. There's one for you. I'd love to murder a bunch of gazelles. Okay? You put that on the list with everything else that I've said. And you share that with whatever states border you. I literally have no idea where Kentucky is. I know it's not here. That's the best I can tell you. I know it's not in my immediate area, and it's west-ish. Apart from that, I got nothing. I don't know who they border. But whatever towns and cities and states you border, you go ahead and share that information if you want to. Hang on, more coffee in my face. There we go. Any benches that aren't important? Yeah. Machining table. The smithy could definitely get shut down. Oh, somebody has the plague. Grime and Bertha have the plague. Really, guys? You're just going to go ahead and have the plague? Like I got time for your plague? You're just going to go ahead and just have the plague all the time. Look at me, having the plague. Here I am. Look at me, all plaguey over here. Really? All right, well, you've been tended to. And Grime, was it you? Yeah, you've been tended to, and Stench just got a burn and a vasectomy, but mostly the burn thing. Illinois and Tennessee. Okay, gotcha. All right, well, Tennessee's probably got me on a watch list, too. I've said some terrible things about Tennessee. Not publicly, but privately. Oh, don't mention that state in our house. I'm not really sure where Tennessee is either, if I'm honest about things. Visitors. They might have a few items to trade. They're going to get eaten by bugs, is what they're going to do. They're probably going to get eaten by bugs, because this whole map is bugs. They've avoided most of the bugs. Hey, there's donkeys down here. I love eating donkeys. There you go, Kentucky State Police. Actually, in Kentucky, that's probably for the norm. I'm really bashing Kentucky right now. I have alienated every potential Kentucky viewer at this point. I'm sorry. Do we not have a dumping stockpile zone? Why are we keeping toxic waste in here? Why don't we not do that? How about we got toxic waste out of here? So yeah, put all the toxic waste out there, please. Don't put corpses there because we don't need that. So don't do that. But you can put anything else out there. Could we get the toxic waste out of here? Any chance of getting the toxic waste out? It's toxic and wasty, and we don't really want that. For God's sakes. Stench, could you just get that, please, for me? Thank you. Stench, that's a chair, Dave. No, that's Stench. Could you get this? Somebody else must be on it, because I can't click on it. No, that's weird. Paul, can you do it? No. Why can nobody do anything with the toxic waste? That's weird. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we're stuck with toxic waste then. Station staff in New Zealand since 2017. Office in Australia for partnerships. Antarctica? Is there a lot of crime in Antarctica? No, for realsies. Is there a crime epidemic in... What? Who even lives there? What is it, like 4 people and 3 of them are researchers? There's an FBI partnership in Antarctica? Are you insane? Why? Why are my tax dollars going to fund an FBI partnership in Antarctica? Or the Cook Islands, or Tonga, or Samoa, thank you very much. I don't know what the other one is, but I assume nobody lives there. What is there, snow-related crime? I swear to God, if I turn on TV and there's FBI Antarctica on there, I will be... really, my tax dollars are going to fund staff in Antarctica. Well, I'll tell you what, there's the sweet job. Or the worst job. Like, yeah, you're getting stationed to Antarctica. Cool, I'm going to watch TV all day. Neat. I don't know why they're in New Zealand either. You're basically Australia's Canada. You're like the nicest people on the planet. Gemily, welcome, welcome, welcome. Gemily, I don't know if you're a United States citizen or resident, but you might be paying taxes in the United States. Even if you're not a citizen, you probably are. Because we get taxes from everyone. We're ruthless like that. Do you know your taxes are funding an FBI branch in the Antarctic? Like for realsies. Also Tonga. And I'm pretty sure there are 6 people in Tonga. My dollars are going to this. And what? Okay, I don't have time to Google anything. That's why I rely on comments. Somebody find out how many human beings live in the Antarctic. And I bet most of them are scientists doing sciencey stuff about snow. They're always doing that. They can't stop. They're out of control. Not enough sciencey things about snow. Let's all go down to the Antarctic and learn about snow. Snow is pretty self-explanatory if we're honest about things. So somebody needs to find out how many people live in the Antarctic, because I bet it's 6. And one of them is an FBI agent. Citizen from Colony US. Okay, so wow, you guys really got the short end of the stick. So you have all the downsides with none of the positives. Wow, sorry. Wow, that's you really got the short end of the stick on the America thing. I don't do politics on the channel. But dang, hey, could you like pay all your taxes and stuff like that, but not really have any say in how the country's run? Anyway, so part of your money, Gemily, is going to fund an FBI branch in the Antarctic. Okay, so Rob's got some answers here. 5,000 people during the summer, 1,000 people during the winter. Yeah, because it's the Antarctic. It's the Antarctic. And I bet of those 5,000, 4,998 are scientists studying snow and penguins. Okay. 4,000 of them are scientists studying snow. 998 are National Geographic photographers. And the other 2 are the guys from the FBI. Sitting there in, I would assume, a very cozy shack, watching TV all day. You know why? It's the Antarctic. There's 0 crime there. Okay, your next thing, Rob, I would like a crime rate report on the Antarctic. Per capita. I would like a per capita crime rate report on the Antarctic. How many burglaries? Do you know what it would take to burgle someone in the Antarctic? They're like hundreds of miles between each person. What are you gonna go across the tundra to the other side, like 100 miles away, and break into somebody's house, and then go back with like their TV or something? The TV's gonna be ruined by the time you get there. I need it. Okay, so burglaries. Serious crimes, murders, things like that. You know what I'd like? I'd like a DUI report on Antarctic. How many driving under the influences are there in the Antarctic? What is the crime rate in the Antarctic? And I know at least 3 of you are frantically Googling this right now. No stats kept, Rob. You know why? No crime. No crime. It's the Antarctic. What? You have no idea what it's taking not to swear right now. I have... In the years that I have run this channel, I have accidentally sworn once. I have let a curse word out of my mouth. Because I was talking about an ex-girlfriend, and it was deserved. I have let a curse word out of my mouth. Do you have any idea what it is taking not to swear right now? That we have an FBI branch, I guess, in the Antarctic. You know why there's no stats on crime in the Antarctic? There's no crime in the Antarctic. It's snow. And scientists and National Geographic photographers all taking pictures of each other and the snow and like penguins, because everybody loves photos of penguins. Maybe there's like a couple of TikTokers down there. I've done deep drilling. I'm very excited about that. Can we go to space now? Let's do recon armor. That'll actually be wicked fun. We'll have some recon armor around here. Okay. Crimson, that's a great idea, but it would just keep going from there. It wasn't a big rant, Rob. It was just I was describing her and a curse word came out. Because it just couldn't be helped. I can't talk about that person without swearing, because they deserve it, frankly. Okay. Let's all get back to normal hill. You guys are ranting too much. You're off on a trip or something. We're gonna go to space. So help me God, we're going to space. So help me go. We are going to space. Hook's back to normal. How's the plague working out, kids? Is that having fun for you? What do you got? 75 to 58. Who else had the plague? Wasn't it you, Bertha? Don't you have the plague? Yeah, you got a major plague. Do you want to maybe, like, go to bed? You're watching television. How about you go to bed? You've got the plague. You should, like, seriously do that. Bresme, we're going to space. Almost momentarily. As soon as these batteries are charged, we are going to space. It's just, it's nighttime, so the solars aren't working right now. But in the morning when those... Oh, these are perfectly edible gazelles. Perfectly edible gazelles right here. I'd be okay if we went away with a little meat. That'd be okay. All right. We're going to space. We're absolutely going to space. Wow, I've got a lot of mastodon fur. That's also not a phrase I hear very often. Why are we not, like, getting rid of these? Toxic waste pack. Yes, it's allowed. Knife, can you move this? No, don't clean the workshop. No, don't disassemble anything. It's like they don't exist. Bug hive's gone all buggy. Yeah, that's fine. That's somebody else's problem. That's not even an issue for me. I don't even care about that. I'm really not sure how I can't get rid of this toxic waste. We're doing toxic waste in here, right? Right? That's a thing, right? Tox packs. Doodly doodly doo. Doodly doodly doo. Allow unfinished, sure. And toxic waste packs, yeah. We're doing all of this. It's kind of weird. Huh. How about if, is that in a zone? How about we make sure we don't store it here? So don't store toxic waste packs here. There we go. That should help. They probably didn't move it because they didn't think it needed to be moved. So now can we do this? Yeah, now we can haul the toxic waste. Okay. Bertha, why don't you do that one? And to Hook, what are you doing? You're cleaning up the mastodon poop. That's solid. Oh, never mind. The bot's on it. Yeah, somebody's got it. Somebody's got it under control. Okay. How are the batteries? Doing well. Batteries are doing well. Now it's 6 o'clock in the morning. The solars are going to start to kick in. There we go. There's my solar panels right there. Very nice. Okay. We are almost ready to go. As soon as those batteries are out, we are out. How are we doing on components? Wow, we are really just chewing through components right now. While we're just waiting for the batteries, I may as well keep mining that. It won't kill us to have a little bit more steel. And it'll give the team something to do. They're actually really don't have much going on right now. You're almost dead, are you? You almost dead? Yeah, you're going to be dead pretty soon. I'm going to look forward to that because we're going to eat you. Yeah, DeHook's on it. DeHook's like, yeah, I will kill that thing. No, you're just cleaning sand. Okay, good one. Shield, what are you doing? I think you're also cleaning things. Oh, great. Good. Good move there. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Yeah, we're cleaning up sand. I made you a bot for that. You remember that, right? We made a bot for that. Hi. Eat this. And eat that. All right, everybody go kill things and then bring them into the spaceship. Because we are going to space. Okay, we are going to space. This would be a good time to check my zone, actually, before we get into space. So stick close to the ship. Yeah, that is pretty good. That's pretty good. That seems to be like we're missing a spot there. No, it was just an odd color. This is allowed. You can go in here. Anything else that I'm missing around here? Nope, not really. Not really. Okay, that's all good. I'd be okay if we had some more meals. The problem with being here longer than I wanted is we don't have a lot of meals, but we do have a lot of potatoes coming in. How's my batteries? Because the countdown is on. As soon as these things are fired up, we are ready to go. We are out of here. It's raining, so... Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get, though. I think 1,700 is as much as those things ever do. So, cool. That's neat. Oh, don't bother sewing this, by the way. Yeah, don't deal with that. Just get the potatoes out and then bring them inside. And I want to go now. This is killing me just watching this. 540, 541, 542. Just get up to 600 on everything. Are you seeing this Kentucky State Police? And I tell you that I feel but Dave has inordinate amounts of mastodon fur and is planning to go out of state to space. I will be transporting mastodon fur interstate, which I believe is a federal crime. Kentucky State Police, if I happen to pass through Kentucky, you're like totally okay with arresting me. And if you can put me on like one of those cop shows too, I've always wanted to be on one of those. I'll say something ridiculous and take my shirt off and run away. It'll be awesome. I love those shows. It's like my secret entertainment is those cop shows, because I love watching people be stupid. I do. That's like my favorite form of entertainment is watching people be stupid. Actually, that's not true. My favorite form of entertainment is competition cooking shows with amateurs where at least one person is sent home every week. But after that, it's watching people be stupid. Do we have a spacesuit for Eager 3.0? Umka, way ahead of you. Already got one. Thank you very much. Already got one. We made a suit for the kid yesterday. And I think we've got some extra suits for adults if we need them. But I don't think we really do. Because I'm only sending 3 people outside. Okay. We're not going to get any more solar power. So deconstruct those and deconstruct those. And then I might just take off. No, I'll deconstruct this. It's just I'm going to lose a lot of battery when those get deconstructed. I'm not going to lose anything now because the solar isn't doing anything anyway. I might just take off and then just say to heck with the geothermal. I know that's a terrible idea, but I'm full of terrible ideas. It's how I express my genius. Hashtag geniusosity. It's how these things all come together, you see. All right, we got a full complement of potatoes in there. Really love to get the components more than anything. Instead of meditating, why don't you haul those, please? And Igor, because they're just about done with that, could you haul that? And somebody come out and get the steel as well. Bertha, you've got the plague. Oh, Bertha, I'm sorry, you're in the middle of something there. Whoops. Sorry, kid. I'll have somebody else get that. Don't worry. I'll have somebody else take care of that. Mrs. Dave can yell out, don't take them, I love them when they're taking you off. No, I mean, if you're going to go with the stupid cop shows, then it should be something like, I told you this was going to happen. What were you thinking? And then she'd, like, disown me or something. So, hang on, knife, could you get... Are you coming in to get this? Yeah, you are. Okay, we're out. We're going to space. This is it. I'm going to space. Forget about the geothermal. I'm out of here. Okay, I'm going to space. If we all die there, then it was worth every second. Every second of it. Yes, I know my map will be burned. I get that. Go into space. Look at the rock. Love the rock. Go to the rock. Yes, the rock. Okay, confirm this. We're all going to die out here. We're all... I'm not equipped for this, I don't think. Although, again, the game didn't say no. The game didn't say you don't have what you need. It just said, are you sure this is a good idea? Look at us going into space! Yay! And apparently we really annoyed somebody because we left some pollution behind. Don't care. Okay, wait. Move the landing zone. Alright, where? Apparently I could just put it out here. Is that correct? That's not where my airlock is, though. My airlock's sort of here. I could just park here. Where is this alleged vac-stone? Is all of this vac-stone? Or is, like, that thing down there... I know it's blocked by a roof. I know it's blocked by a roof. I get that, game. I understand that. Stop telling me things. Is that vac-stone? It's gotta be. I don't know what it is. Therefore, it's vac-stone. Okay. I also see some steel in there. And there's some silver up in there. Alright, where do I want to park? See, the airlock is on the right-hand side. So, what is that? That's like some debris or something. Oh, there's just like flat-out Gravlite panels here. Oh, hardcore. Hardcore in love with this. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to eat it. Can I get like here? No, that's not where the thing is. I think I'm just going to go here because the airlock is sort of in the northeast corner of the ship. So we're going to go right here. Okay, we're in space, kids. Yay! Here we are. Yay, space. Bunch of I sat on one of the rocks. Oh, dang it. I hope that's not like wicked important. Okay, everybody stop. Slam it into pause mode. Thruster breakdown. That's fine. We'll fix that. I think. How do we fix those in space? Can we, like, float? Huh. I didn't really factor that into my landing. Now that we're here, what is this? Oh, it's an ancient mining charge. Attack it to destroy it. Large explosion. Oh, I don't want to do that. That sounds like a terrible idea. What is this Vax? It's all Vaxstone. Everything is Vaxstone. Cool. Okay, nobody touch the explodey bits, first off the bat. Everybody stick close to the ship. That's stage 1. And then, manage my apparel policies. Seriously, don't die in space. Okay, so I did set that. So that's going to be Igor. Seriously, don't die in space. And Paul, because he's pretty good at mining. Seriously, don't die in space. Who else is semi-decent at mining? I'd like to have like 3 or 4 people going out to do this. Stench is pretty good, but Stench does a lot of other things. I said pretty good. He's got a 4. 3. Thule, you're remarkably good at this. Thule, you're number 1 on this. Don't worry about hauling or anything else right now. So Thule needs to go on seriously don't die in space. Okay. Now, of those 3 people, can any of them do construction? Because I think... Are they going to, like, float around to get the thruster? If not, I could probably get 3 working thrusters. Well, we're just going to have to play this one by ear. All right. Slow and steady wins the race here. Okay? So first off the bat, I need to see... I think you're right. I think when I landed on that explodey bit, it kind of blew up the ship a little bit. Oh, hang on. The mechs. Contract prison? Do I look like I have time for this? Okay, Palatina wants me to hold a prisoner for 9 days. And they're paralyzed. There'll be 2 raids. Uh-huh. I don't really have time for this. And you're actually saying I can't do it. Cannot accept in space. Then why are you showing it to me? Just go away. Why are you showing me things that I literally can't do? Positive getting to that right now. I'm going to make sure the animals and the mechs stay where they need to go. So stick close to the ship. And the mechs can go outside. Actually, I have no problem with the mechs going outside. I don't know why. Actually, the clean sweeper can just be in the home zone. I don't really need that thing outside. We don't need to sweep up space. Okay, let's do some test runs here. So mine this. And let's make sure all those 3 people. So that is Paul. Forget everything else, Paul. All right, everything else is a 3. You only do mining right now. And then Igor, you only do mining, and Thule only does mining. Thule, don't worry about cooking. Somebody else will handle it eventually. Don't worry about anything at all except mining. Okay, you don't have any other number 1 priorities, and the kid definitely doesn't. Actually, yes, he does. He has cleaning. We've got a bot for that now. Okay, so what I need to see first is them getting into their spacesuits. So, slow and steady here. Okay, anyone going to go get a spacesuit? Not really, not right now. The bots will be good for loading up the tanks, because they can go outside. I didn't really factor how we're going to get to the other tank. Paul, you're naked. Hey, Paul, it's just you've got no clothes on. Oh, you're wearing a helmet now. Okay, cool. We appreciate that. If you could, like, wear clothes in space, that'd be super, super cool of you. Super, super cool. No, he is paralyzed, but apparently I can't accept it in space. So I'm not even sure why you sent that. Why do I care at that point? Who else? Thule, yeah, you're cooking. I don't really want you to do that anymore. I just want you to go into space. Oh, you're changing your clothes now. Okay, good. Good, you're changing your clothes now. All right, so this bot is going to get this thruster done. I don't know if we can go over here. I have no idea if we can do that. But the airlock thing seems to be working out. You know what RimWorld needs as a change? So we always have the temperature thing if we hover over here. I need an oxygen one for that. I know there's something down here. That's cool, but I'd like to just be able to hover and see that there's oxygen or not oxygen, as the case may be. Oh, Thule's going immediately to bed. Thanks. Igor, are you going to, like, get up and put your kid spacesuit on? Kid, it's an awful kid vac suit, but go wear it. So, yeah, go wear that, please. I just really want to test drive this to see how this all works. It doesn't particularly look like there's any enemies here, which means there will definitely be enemies here. But we've got also money. There's just hardcore silver in here. But let's not take our eye off the prize. Where were those? Yeah, there's 10 panels. It's not much, but it's better than no panels. It's not nothing. What are you? Mechanoid ship chunk. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct that. And what are you? Ancient transport pod. Contains nothing. Then forget it. Nobody touch the explodey bits, please. If you see something that explodes, like totally wicked, don't touch it. Is that just a random backstone chunk? Haul that. Haul that. I should... Ooh. Do I have any more subcores? I do, actually. I don't have a lot of steel. Let's make another hauling bot. Let's... Yeah, no, not one of those. Make a lifter. And that is knife. Knife should have nothing else going on except that. Okay, is anyone out mining at all? Anyone going to do any of these things? Thule's asleep. Igor, what are you doing? Igor, why are you cooking? Oh, because they're trapped inside. Whoops. Okay, Thule, unrestricted. Paul, Igor, unrestricted. Whoops. I was so bent on making sure nobody accidentally walked out into space, I didn't let anyone walk out into space. Yes, positive. That is my next move, solar panels. So let's do... I have 4 components. So now they're going to make more while we're here. See, this is 3. There's 3 components right here. But it's better than nothing. It's something. Something is better than nothing. And then do a power conduit in there. It'll just maybe help us keep things topped up. Although the batteries are draining relatively slowly. Let's turn some things off. So turn that off. That's about it, really. Don't turn that off. I need that. I need that. Does that have power? No, that doesn't have power. Okay, we turn... Well, maybe the space phone. But what if space people call us? Steven, a funny fact about that, there are no other doors. We deconstructed all the other doors and made... Fish is pregnant. More mastodons are coming. It's going to get a little tight around here with the mastodons. So the only way in and out is through the airlock right now. There is no other access. They can't accidentally go out here unless they go through the airlock. Yeah, see, I don't think we can get to this. I don't think anyone can go over there. And actually, there's 650 things of fuel in there. I don't know if they're refueling that or not, but I'm not sure we can get over there. What else could I theoretically construct for power? I have some wood. What does it take for me to make a wood generator? 2. Dang it! I need more. We're making more components. Components are happening, but it's... Oh, that's an advanced component. No, dude, focus on the regular components. Why are you making advanced? Just don't sweat that right now. Focus on the regular ones, please. Okay, how's this going up here? I mean, all of you, except Thule's amazing, but the rest of you are broadly terrible at this sort of nonsense. So, let's move things on optimistically a little bit faster. There we go. The kids are in. Thule's just going to punch down this entire asteroid. Just step by step. Boy, we don't get a lot of chunks, do we? We do not get a lot of chunks. There's one. Okay, haul that. The thing is, we got to get them... Hang on, I need a zone in here. Actually, I'll just use the existing zone. Stop doing that. Why are you doing that? There we go. Use the existing zone, and we can store chunks in here. So do that, do that, do that, and all of that. Because otherwise, the people who make the stone blocks are not going to go outside and get those. So this zone needs to be chunks of vac stone. Yes, that is allowed in there. Okay? So the hauling bot will come in and get that. I see we're already working on the new hauling bot. So that'll work out fine. And then in my stonemason thing, let's go ahead and start doing that. So make specifically vac stone and just do it forever. Do it until you don't have any more vac stone. Who's having a break race? Paul? Paul, what's your problem? You genetic... Yeah, I know, you're genetically on go juice. I don't have any. Sorry. I don't have any of that right now. And you want specific apparel. Well, you know what, Paul? You know what's in your future? A joy wire. That's what's in your future, Paul. A joy wire for Paul. That's what we're going to do. Okay? Joy wire for... Actually, I think that's in the machining table. I don't have the components for it, so it's largely irrelevant. Those are components, right? Joy wire, joy wire. Yeah, that's 4 components that I don't have right now. I've only got the one, you see. So this will work fine. We're getting Okay, we're still draining power, but not as much. If we get some more components made, I might be able to throw up another one. I don't know how long... Well, we're going to be here exactly long enough to fly away. That's what we're doing. 2.8 days until we can go again. I've got 1,400 chem fuels stored. All of these can get hauled. And, oh, that was more money. That was silver. And let's keep up with mining everything, basically. So mine that and mine into there. They're a little stingy on the chunks, I see. You know, you're mining slate or granite, you get a whole bunch of chunks. Not so much with this. You're not getting a lot of chunks here. All right, the money's coming in. If nothing else, we'll be very, very rich after this. Is there anything else I could theoretically get? I mean, we just mine that down there. And there's a chunk right there. There we go, Vaxstone chunk. And hopefully we'll get enough, somebody will get going on that. Who does, I mean, Paul is actually one of my better crafters, but who else could do it? DeHook, you're into that sort of nonsense. What are you doing right now, DeHook? You're cutting stone blocks. Awesome. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. Now, remind me how we actually go about doing that now that I have them. Is that in here? Ah, drone, shells. Somebody yell out if you see the thing that I'm looking for here. How do we make grav light panels? All right, so it's easier on research. So look for grav light panels, standard grav tech. I think that's it. And that can, nope, not that one. Basic grav tech. Is it advanced? I think it's advanced. Okay, advanced grav tech. That's what I want to look at right now. So that gets me a grav light panel. 1 plasteel, 5 blocks. I can do that all day. All day. Okay. So, really, we want to walk out of here with as much of the Vaxstone as we can possibly get. The plasteel I can cover, but I want as much of this. Somewhere we went out and got the 10 that we're kicking around here. I'm just going to kind of scan the map, see if there might be just any more lying around. Not really. No, that's all fine. It's minus 103 out here. Huh. What is it in here? 60s. Okay, that's not bad. 50s and 60s. That's livable. That's livable in here. We can cope with that. So okay, good. So far, so good. Positive. Unfortunately, I can technically make the go juice. I just don't have the ingredients for go juice. Actually, do I? Did we ever get any? I got some psychoid leaves. So remind me one more time. We researched it. Go juice was yayo and... Okay, that's yayo and 1 neutroamine, 1 yayo. Maybe, because I've got the neutroamine, just make... Okay, we're on this, but go ahead and bump that up to the top. I might be able to get 1 or 2 out of that. It might be enough just to keep Paul going until we can get some more done. And then I'll slap a joy wire in his head, and he'll be real happy about things. He'll be like, oh my god, I'm so happy about things. Because my battery's been, my brain's been rewired. Yes, Catodius, I've noticed. Yes, we have almost no batteries left. Yes. Yes, got that. Got that, thank you. I kind of ignoring that right now. We may just have to, I'm not really sure what to do, because then the power is going to go down. And, I don't really have the components to do anything else. You know what I'll do? I'll shut down research for right now. Don't really need a lot of research going on. What else could I theoretically shut down? Nothing. Surprisingly, a lot of this is... I will shut down the space phone. No, don't reconnect it. Just designate power off. I can start shutting down lights. Those don't drain like a tremendous amount of power. Should have shut this thing down. Yeah, that is burning a lot of power right now. Can I do that? Can I shut that off while it's gestating a mech? I genuinely don't know. Here's a lot of Vaxstone. There we go. Get that. Get that. We may have to go sooner than I anticipated. Because never mind. It's complete. Are you done? Okay, designate the power back on, because I think the thing's done. Knife, go get the lifter out of here. There we go. You're already on it, kid. Good job. And then turn the power off on that thing. That'll save a little bit of power, sort of, vaguely. And more... Okay, more blocks are coming. Igor, are you getting any better at mining? Because that's kind of the point of this. Yeah, you're up to mining, too. That's not too bad. Get all these. Make sure all of these are being hauled at all times. Keep going, Thule. Thule's just annihilating this asteroid. This is just ridiculous. He's punching this whole thing down. He's carved out most of this, and the kid and Paul are doing like one block at a time. I did shut the power down. It just hasn't actually... Oh, I thought I did. All right, shut that down. I thought I did that. Shut that down. Why are you not shutting things down? I told you to shut things down. Grime, actually, instead of that, could you flick the switch, please? Thank you. All right, all power down there. Can't really shut the heat down. We've got a little bit of power coming in. How are we doing on... Are we stabilizing? We are not... We're almost there. I'm almost... It's going down very, very slowly. Is there anything else I could shut down? I could actually temporarily shut down the stove. We have meals. So shut that down right now. You guys are going to have to so remind me that I've shut all these things down. Because there's going to be like no meals. And I'm like, why don't we have any food? And you're like, Dave, you shut the stove down. Do you have extra vac suits? I do. We could get, that's not a bad idea. Although we can't go anywhere for 2.1 days. So it's kind of irrelevant at this point what we do. Get all of these. Yeah, the chunks are coming in thick and fast now. Where are we at on Vacstone? Marble, slate, granite. Which one of these is Vacstone? That's a shield core. That's... How many of these have I made? There it is, down there. I got 280 already. Wow. 280 of those. That is not bad. Honestly, if they just gave me a couple of components, I could actually deconstruct the space phone. What do I desperately not need? I desperately don't need this. You know what? That can get deconstructed. I might be able to squeeze out a couple of components. And you know what? I'll get another space phone at some point. I'll get another space phone. What I really need... There we go. There's one component. If I can get one more, I can get another solar thing in here. So deconstruct that. I'm just going to build a copy now. This won't help me at nighttime, obviously, but it'll help right now. And I think that's just... Yeah, I've got enough components to do that. I've got just enough components to do that. And then, if there's any extras, I'll put a wood fire generator in here. This is just a hodgepodge, but I will make this happen somehow. So I got one component left. Is there anything else I could deconstruct for a component? Not that I want to. I mean, I do not want to deconstruct the research desk. That takes way too much stuff to put back together. Okay, why don't we... Is there any other obvious silver pockets besides that one? I don't see one. So let's just get everything... And keep it close to home. There's no reason to be going very far for this. So that much... I just want to make sure no roof is going to cave in on us. That's why I'm doing this in piecemeal stuff. Do that and do any of that. Boy, I tell you what, if I found a vein of components, would that make me super, super happy? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Penge, we're in space. You've missed a bit. You missed a bit. We're in space now, so we live in space. We're not going to live here. We're actually trying to get out as soon as it's humanly possible because my batteries are dying and I have no power. But apart from that obvious problem, where we're going to die, apart from that obvious problem, we're all going to freeze to death in space. Things are going great in space. Apart from the obvious problem that we're all going to die. What could I deconstruct to get one solitary component? Paul, peel out of here. Finish this. I need you to finish that one component, because I think then I can put up a thing that I want to do. The thing with the thing. Yeah, I need one, Paul. I need a solitary component out of you, kid. And then I'll just put up a quick wood fire generator. I actually have a stockpile of wood. We're just desperately trying to not die in space. I could turn lights off in the room I don't need. That is true. I think if I can get this wood fire generator up, we're going to be good. Because in the daytime, I think we're plus on power with the second Whoosy McWhatsit here. We are... Show me. Yeah, we're plus on power in the daytime. We're just losing it at night. This is the Geek Cupboard problem. This is the Geek Cupboard RimWorld thing. Putting up a zillion solar things. Yes, I'm talking about you, Penge. Putting up a power generator that only works for 50% of the game. But this is what I got right now. There is sadly no geothermal here. I tried doing the thing with the thing, and then I decided to rant about putting up solar power that only works for 50% of the game. Trade beacon in the weapons area. Yeah, I could toggle that off. That's actually all of the beacons could get toggled off because I don't have a space phone. No point. No, not that. No, 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 no. The beacon. Oh, fine. I'll do it one by one. Okay, get that off and move the mastodon out of the way and turn that one off. Okay, so like next week, you guys are totally going to have to remind me that I turned everything off and also deconstructed a bunch of things. That's another one. There's one in the hospital somewhere. There we go. I always put one in the hospital. Okay, right. Power's creeping up at this point. So during the day, we're not bad. And we've got the wood going too, so that'll be something. How are we doing on deconstructing the entire asteroid? It's going great. It's just going great. Where are we at on the Vaststone? How are we doing that? Oh, we found some more panels somewhere. Where did we find those? Because there was only 10 there a second ago. Huh. That's a little weird, actually. I don't want to, Positive, I don't necessarily want to dismantle the beacons, because I think, again, during the daytime we're going to be in good shape. And we are working on components. We're building components. It's just that, you know, they take a while. Knife, could you actually finish that, please? So that'll be another 2 right there. One more, I could put up some more solar. Wow, Thule is just destroying this thing. Absolutely wrecking this. So again, on the Vaststone block, how are we doing on that? That was down in here somewhere. No, stop doing things. There we go. I got 500 of them. How many do I realistically need? You know what? More will be better. Because I'm going to tell you what, it's going to take me some time to recover from this. To get everything back up and running, to rebuild the things that I need to rebuild. I need somewhere that has, like, the most amazing amount of components. Wherever we land next, we're probably going to be there for a while. Give me a dumping stockpile zone, please, for actually anything. Not chunks. Don't put chunks in there. We're actually only taking the chunks inside. Chunks live inside. There we go. Much better. Is it possible to do a stone tile bridge? Yes, probably. That's actually an excellent idea. I tell you what, this is how I have gifted Geniusosity to the world. Because now you share it. You share that. So is it possible to do that? Probably. Probably. Actually, what I could do is actually build that entirely out of the space tiles. I don't know why I would do that, but I could. So, if we said... How's that going to go? Actually, do I have enough to do that? So, if I did that... 17 and 68 steel. Is that worth it, though? Is that really worth it? I don't think I could build a floor. That's the problem. I think I would have to build the substructure to get over there. Okay, so let's table that until we figure out if we need the 4th thruster. Because with 3 thrusters, you got a lot of thrust going on. You're thrusting. You're like, I have made a conscious effort to thrust here with 3 thrusters. 4 is almost overkill. At 4 thrusters, you're almost thrusting irresponsibly. That's irresponsible thrusting. Are we presumably heading somewhere? Where are we going? Great question. Glad you're asking the important questions, Pench. So we're up here specifically to mine this asteroid. So this asteroid has Vaststone. You have not experienced that before. It never existed in the RimWorld that you played. But this is like space rock. And I need space rock to construct virtually anything else. What we've hit is actually a very good question if you're not familiar with Odyssey, because I'm not. What we've hit is a bit of a plateau where we can't really go much further with our spaceship until we have Vaststone. And to do that, we have to go into space. So here we are in space. Who is starving? Knife, why are you starving? Like, don't starve. Oh, sorry, dude. I chained you to the bench. Oh, wicked sorry, Knife. Good job, though. You made 6 components. That's awesome, kid. That's so good of you. I'm sorry you were briefly starving to death there. Okay, slam it into pause mode here. So, we're mining out this asteroid because this whole thing is Vaststone. Also, there's a lot of silver up here, too, so we're making some money on this. And then we're going to take that all back down to the planet so I can build a bigger ship. Because now I need a space church, Penge. You're like, Dave, why do you need a space church? Why would somebody need a church in space? And the reason for that is Paul. Little orange Paul up here who's very upset about things. And one of the things he's upset about is not having a space church. So we're going to try and work with that. We're going to see if we can get a space church. But the short answer to your question, which it isn't, short that is, or indeed an answer to your question, it's neither of those things, is that we're up in space because we need this resource, because I can't really do much else without it. We're really reaching kind of a building plateau here, where I desperately need this, and we're gonna come out with this with a lot too. I'm already up to 700 Vaxstone blocks. What is the problem with the allies here? I can't take this in space. Ooh, there's a person though. Who's Hoove? Talk to me, Hoove. Oh, yeah, he does believe in the religion though. He's actually into Paul's gig. He's definitely into Paul's gig. I'm just going to ignore that, and maybe we might look into that when we get back to the planet. Yes, Vaxstone is a new thing. That's with Odyssey. So it only lives in space. So this is all stuff you have never seen before, Penge. We're in space. Like we're outside the planet now, in orbit, if you will. There's all sorts of things. There's like there's like space stations out here that we could be going to. There's like traders out here and all this stuff. So we are in space right now. We're going to go back to the planet. Once we're done getting the Vaxstone, because as you can imagine, now, Penge, I don't know what sort of spaceologist you are, or astrological guy, or astronoma. Anyway, I'm not sure if you're a space guy, but I am. I am because I'm a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. And what we've got in space is a complete and utter lack of, well, several things that you and I may take for granted, Penge, like oxygen. You and I just go around our daily life going, wow, look at all this oxygen I've got. Boy, it is great to be on planet Earth where there's so much oxygen and I don't have to worry about breathing. Not so much up here. What you're also going to take for granted on planet Earth that doesn't really exist out here is heat. In that it's 103 degrees Fahrenheit below zero right now in here. Now, I am no climatologist, but that's pretty much going to kill you. And I think what you can see immediately, not being an agricultural expert, is that there's a complete lack of food out here. There's no ability to grow food in any way, shape, or form. So what we're going to do here, Pet, what we're going to do is see what we're going to do here is we are going to... Actually, that's not true, Penge. I have tea in here. There's tea in somewhere in my ship. I have Psychite tea. What we're going to do here, you see, is we're going to get the stuff we need, and then we are, as the kids say, out of here like last year. We're going to go back to the planet. Now, I did see we're ready to launch. That seems very quick, but I'm willing to take it. I've got 740 Vaxstone blocks right now. I've got an amount of plasteel to make the panels. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to finish this out and then go. All of that being said, I kind of got power back under control right now, where, you know, we're not in imminent danger of dying. How do you become a space paleontologist? Wicked simple. Apply to Space Paleontology School, go through an accredited 4-year program, graduate, and then go to space. Wicked simple. People do that weekly. My neighbor did that. It's a 4-year program. It's actually not that intensive. You'd think it would be, because you're like combining space and paleontology, which is like dinosaurs and space. And you're like, wow, those are two pretty involved subjects. This must be a very difficult course. Nah, it's a breeze. It's a breeze. Most of it is gym. Most of it is like kickball. It's totally fine. You'll be through it in no time. And then you just go to space and do space paleontology things. A non-related RimWorld question. What are you doing for Halloween this year? Well, Halloween is fortunately on a Friday, which is our traditional live stream day. And every year we do the Halloween live stream. So we find some weird, vaguely horror-related game and we live stream that. So I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be on Friday. So whatever you're doing for Halloween, I'll be right here. Entertaining the 3 or 4 people that don't do something fun for Halloween and instead watch me. So I don't know what the game will be. I'll put out a poll fairly soon. But yeah, the Halloween is actually on a Friday this year, so that will be our regular live streaming time. Hang on. People have hypothermia. Igor, why are you cold? You've got a vac suit on. Stop being cold. That's very annoying of you. Okay, you know what? That seals the deal right there. We're out. That's it. We're out. So cancel all of this. We're not going to bother. I know I'm leaving some money on the asteroid up here, but don't bother. We actually, how much money did we get out of that? We got like 1,000 silver out of that. Deconstruct, deconstruct. We are out. We're gone. We're out of here. So everybody, you know what? Everyone can come back inside. Stick close to the ship. Everyone can come down here. And the mechs also stick close to the ship. I don't think there's anything out there we need to go get. Actually, there's a few more chunks. The mechs can go do that. So, mechs. So you guys, my 2 lifters, you can be an unrestricted. You go back there. Everyone else come back inside and, like, don't freeze to death, please. Don't freeze to death. You're going to trick-or-treat with the girl and her friends. That might be fun. Indeed, it might be. I will be right here, again, entertaining the 3 or 4 people who don't have anything better to do with their lives. That's exactly where I will be. So now that you guys are all back inside, I want you to go back on your regular clothing things. So don't wear terrible clothes. Don't wear terrible clothes, and don't wear terrible clothes. I want to keep the vac suits in as good condition as we possibly can. Oh, yeah, the deconstruction thing. Well, actually, it will, because I've got a Constructobot. I just didn't put them in unrestricted. So, yeah, the Constructobot can go do that. That's fine. I just forgot to put them in unrestricted. Yeah, the Constructobot can go do that. And then the lifters can take the pieces. And if they don't, fine. I'll just leave. I'll just get out of here. Yeah, I don't think we can get over there to do that thruster. I don't think we need to. If I wanted to launch right now, where would I go? So, go down here. Okay. Well, we're going to be right under where we were. No surprise there. Could there not be one patch of green earth? Why the deserts? We're not going to a desert. I just want to say that right now. Temperate forest. There we go. A mixed biome. Nobody loves a mixed biome more than me. I was saying that to Mrs. Dave just last night. I'm like, hon, do you know anyone who loves a mixed biome more than me? She's like, I do not. I do not. I largely married you because of your love for mixed biomes. That and your sense of direction. But mostly the mixed biomes thing. So we'll go down here. Yeah, we're going somewhere green. I'm done with the desert. And then from here, we can make the jump over to there on the next one. So, let's see, where are we at here? Cancel that. Cancel that. Let's just move this on. What are you doing? Why are you not lifting things? Oh, because I didn't target them for lifting. There we go. Lift those. All right, I'm going to move this on like hyperspeed here. And I'm not even going to be super sweating it if they don't get everything. And eventually the Constructobot is going to go outside and deconstruct the things, right? Because that's what the Constructobot does, right? Oh, there's a medical emergency. What is the problem? Igor, stop being freezing. Extreme blood loss? You've lost bits. The kid is missing bits. Okay, hang on, I'll deal with you. Bertha, could you go deal with Igor 3.0? He's freezing to death, apparently. It was entirely for sense of direction. Yes, that's what I figured. Yeah. You know, and you got the sense of direction and I got cupcakes. So it really worked out great for both of us. I got, you know, cupcakes for life, really. I mean, I don't have cupcakes right now, but I could. The embryonic idea of cupcakes exists. And you get to know where you're going all the time. Because I'm like, hey, we should go here. And you're like, wow, that's cool. And in return for which I get cupcakes. Again, I don't actually have cupcakes right now. I'm not necessarily hinting that there should be cupcakes in the near future. I'm just saying that the embryonic idea of cupcake could exist. The potential, in potentia, if you will, of cupcakes could absolutely exist. Why is my Constructobot not doing Constructo things? That's very fussy of you. Why are you not doing that? How much do I care? I've got 8 components right now. I would rather leave. I'd actually rather leave and just get off the asteroid. We got everything that we need out of here. In fact, we got way more than I thought out of here. So we're out. Let's launch this puppy here. Okay, yep. Who's not participating? Igor. No, he's fine. Yeah, he's not participating in anything. He's almost dead. Hang on, we did deal with that, right? Igor, you're basically fine now, right? Yeah, I mean, apart from the extreme blood loss and the fact that bits of you have fallen off. Why are you so cold? Did I miss making you a helmet or something? Oh, it's charging. Oh, okay. You know what? That's fine. Don't even sweat it. We're out. We're out. Where are you going? You're wandering. Okay, no, we're out of here. We're just going to go land somewhere else. This place sucks. Although I got so many things. Give the settlement a name? Wait, what? We're not living here. We don't live here. Grime, what are you talking about? Okay. We don't live here. We're leaving. We're leaving now. Look at us go. Here we go. We're getting on the ship. We're out of here. That was a very successful journey, though. Okay, so, going to the planet, and then I want to go somewhere over here where I've got mixed biomes. What is that? Temperate forest. Uh-huh. Why does it look like it's exploding? That's fun. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. It's probably a terrible idea. How about over here? How close is that to somebody else? No, not close at all. Caves, mixed biomes. I just want something simple. Yeah, year-round, berries, no pollution. Sold. Sold. All right, we're out of space, kids. Took us like 2 months to get to space. We went, and now we're leaving. Now we're out of here. Okay, bye. Thank you, space. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to go not be in space anymore where everything else is. Okay. All right. Now, don't click the thing that says yes. Don't ever click the thing that says yes. Okay, don't click the thing that says yes. What do we got here? Ooh, okay, yeah. I see some components right away. Steel. Okay, this is all looking very, very tasty. Very, very tasty. The components there, I need all of those components so badly. More components. No... Actually, there's a big chunk of rich soil right there. Think, though, I'm going to want to expand the ship. So, how about we plunk down there and confirm that? Yeah, there. That's where we're going to go. Because that way I can do some expansion. I'm sure it's going to take us an amount of time to make those panels. But we can start to get moving on it. Okay, slam it into pause mode. Here's the plan. Before I do anything, I want to set up a bill to do the things, the whatever they're called, the panels here. Where are they? Where do they live, by the way? Is that down in this bench? Where do these things actually live? Jots, here we go. Grab light panels. Okay, so, I don't know. Do it like 25 times and then call me when you're done. That should be 100 panels. That's a good start. I can do about 187 panels of growth before I'm going to need another Whoozy McWhatsit. That'll get me something. I'm just not sure what yet. All right, here's the plan. I'm not going to turn everything on, Buzzkill. I'm gonna call it there because that's going to take me time to pick through. So what you need to do is actually remind me to turn stuff on next week. So although next week is Halloween or is it the week after that? I don't know. You know what? We'll figure it out then. So I'm going to call it there. I'm going to let you guys go do far more important things to do with the rest of your time. We will turn all of the things back on and start reconstructing the bits that I took apart next time. But right now, I don't want to get too deep into that with, this far into the stream. But we accomplished the goal. We went to space. I got the stuff I needed, and then we left. And everyone's still alive, except for Igor's may have lost some bits. There's a few bits of the kid that aren't there anymore. He left them in space. Guys, I'm going to check out there. Thank you so very, very much for allowing me to do this publicly for you. I really should have been stopped years ago, and apparently the Kentucky State Police think the same thing. So I will let you guys go on with the rest of your weekend. Thank you so very, very much. I will see you next week. Goodbye, and